Good evening. Today is Monday, March 28th, 2022. We are in the fourth week of Lent. Spring is springing up all around us, I think, and yet sometimes the world seems to be going to hell in a handbasket, as the saying goes. And we have in the scriptures in various places the phrase, a new heavens and a new earth. I'd like to share with you a short essay by Diane Bergant, a professor emerita of Old Testament studies at the Catholic Theological Union in Chicago. One of the most powerful eschatological assurances found in the Bible is the promise of new heavens and a new earth. Just what does this promise entail, and what does it imply? Heavens generally refers to the dwelling place of the gods, while earth is the habitation of natural creation as we know it. Thus, the phrase has dramatic cosmic significance. Newness presumes that the present realities are somehow inadequate. The literary context of the phrase throws light on the character of that inadequacy. Finally, that we hear this promise during the season of Lent influences how its theological meaning is to be understood. So what is being promised by the Isaiah text, and what might it be calling to us today? Often referred to as Trito or Third Isaiah, chapters 56 through 66 of the prophet Isaiah were often addressed to Israelites who were trying to rebuild their social, political, and religious lives after returning from the Babylonian exile. The tasks before them were daunting. Their eager hopes for a new beginning were soon dashed, and attempts at social cohesiveness were thwarted. The community was disillusioned. Had they been foolish to return to Israel when life in Babylon had actually offered some promise? And where was the divine comfort promised earlier by the prophet Isaiah in chapter 40? Comfort, give comfort to my people. Trito Isaiah speaks of a turning point in the Israelites' history as people of God. At issue was not the faithfulness of God to the promises made at an earlier time, but rather the hopefulness of the people regarding those promises. The earlier promise, I will be your God, found in Genesis 17, verse 7, is here renewed, as if God is saying, because I am your God and you are my people, I will give you another chance. I will make everything new for you. The promise of new heavens and a new earth reaches deeply into the human psyche. It sketches an image of social harmony, political accord, and religious tranquility. It is fundamentally the hope of every human heart. More important, it is the promise made by the God who loved this people with unimaginable passion. The new heavens and new earth would be God's creation. However, in the face of such disillusionment, the people had to trust that this promise would really be fulfilled. Such hope was not easy to come by. It seldom is. What is the message for us during this fourth week of Lent? The focus of the season is not limited to our personal sacrifices or our personal sanctification. It is much more expansive. The focus continues to be cosmic. The task before us is that we participate in the creation of new heavens and a new earth. Look at the world of which we are a part, sometimes as victims of its evil, sometimes as perpetrators. Aren't we really hoping for something better, something totally new? Do we really trust that God can create something new? Do we believe that God accomplishes this through us, through each one of us, in the way we live our lives? You and I are the building material for the new heavens and the new earth. Lent is the time to open ourselves to this new creation. I wish you a very pleasant evening.